The royal shrine of King Olumide stood proudly atop a hill overlooking Ibadan, its grandeur contrasting with the bustling city below. At its center, bathed in the warm golden glow of the setting sun, was the sacred bead of the Olorunshe Kingdom. The bead, a relic passed down through generations, was the heartbeat of the land. Its power was believed to protect the kingdom, ensuring prosperity and peace. King Olumide, the kingdom's revered leader, walked slowly through the shrine, his eyes fixed on the sacred bead within its glass case. His heart swelled with reverence for the relic, knowing that it carried the blessings of their ancestors. The air was heavy with incense, its smoke swirling as if in silent worship. Suddenly, a young servant burst through the doors of the shrine, her face pale with fear. "My lord," she cried, pointing toward the pedestal. "The bead, it's gone." King Olumide's breath caught in his throat as his gaze fell on the shattered glass and the empty pedestal. The bead, once so carefully safeguarded, was missing. His mind raced and panic rippled through the guards who rushed to inspect the area. But the shrine had been sealed. There were no signs of forced entry. It was as if the bead had vanished into thin air. "Search the palace!" King Olumide ordered, his voice steady but filled with unease. No stone must be left unturned. His trusted advisor, Baba Tunde, stepped forward, examining the area with his sharp eyes. As he sifted through the dust and glass shards, his fingers brushed something peculiar. A single thread of crimson, barely visible among the wreckage. He picked it up carefully, turning it in his hands, his brow furrowing. It was a clue, one that could lead them to the thief, or something much darker. Next morning, as sunlight filtered through the palace windows, Baba Tunde stood in the shrine once again, contemplating the stolen bead. The place, once a sanctuary of peace, now felt suffocating with its emptiness. He examined the pedestal, searching for any sign of how the bead had been taken. As he crouched by the pedestal, his eyes fell on a small torn piece of cloth wedged in the corner beneath the base. It was a deep crimson, embroidered with a symbol that seemed both ancient and unsettling. Baba Tunde's heart skipped a beat. He recognized the mark. It was the emblem of the Black Mosque Gang, a group of ruthless thieves feared for their cunning and brutality. Their infamy was known throughout the kingdom, and their involvement in this theft meant danger was imminent. Baba Tunde's mind raced as he carefully held the cloth. It was no ordinary clue, it was a warning. The Black Mosque Gang was not known for petty crimes. If they were involved, it could spell disaster for the entire kingdom. Without wasting time, Baba Tunde hurried to seek the counsel of Mama Amina, the wise seer who resided on the outskirts of the palace grounds. Her knowledge of ancient symbols and hidden meanings was unparalleled. When he arrived at her humble dwelling, Mama Amina was grinding herbs, but her sharp eyes softened as she noticed the fabric. Without a word, she motioned for him to sit, her fingers deftly examining the cloth. "This mark," she murmured, her voice raspy yet filled with certainty. "It belongs to the Black Mosque Gang. They've been known to hide deep in the forest beyond the city, and if they have the sacred bead, it's not only wealth they seek, they will bring misfortune to your people." Baba Tunde's face darkened. He knew what this meant. The bead's theft was no ordinary crime. It was the beginning of something far more sinister. "You must act quickly," Mama Amina advises. "They won't keep it for long, but finding them is no easy task. You must tread carefully." Grateful for her wisdom, Baba Tunde bowed and left, his thoughts heavy with the gravity of the situation. As he walked back to the palace, questions swirled in his mind. How Had the thieves bypassed the palace guards? Was there a traitor among them? And most importantly, how could they retrieve the sacred bead before it was too late? At the palace, King Olumide sat in his grand hall, awaiting news. The council had gathered, each face tense with fear and uncertainty. The loss of the sacred bead was a dire blow to the kingdom. Without it, they would lose their prosperity and their legacy. Baba Tunde. King Olumide said, his voice firm, "What have you learned?" Baba Tunde wasted no time in sharing his findings, the crimson cloth and its connection to the Black Mask gang. A murmur of concern swept through the council, but King Olumide remained resolute. "We cannot allow fear to control us," he said. "The Black Mask gang may think they have the upper hand, but we will find the bead and restore our kingdom's honor." He turned to Baba Tunde. "Gather our best scouts and alert the city guards. We must leave no stone unturned." But as the council spoke of strategy, Baba Tunde couldn't shake the feeling that the key to solving this mystery wasn't in the hands of the palace guards or scouts, but rather in the hands of someone else, someone close to the heart of the matter. It was then that his gaze shifted to King Olumide's daughter,